Hi, Stephen. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Before we begin, I want to take a few minutes to go over informed consent and confidentiality so you know what to expect from our meetings and you can feel comfortable asking questions.
Absolutely.
All right. Counseling works best when you feel safe being open and honest, so it's important for you to understand how your information is protected. In general, everything we talk about in our sessions is private and confidential. That means I will not share with you what you say with family members, friends, employers, schools, or anybody else who asks without your permission, written and signed. Part of my role as a counselor is to provide a safe, supportive, and non-judgmental environment where you can talk openly about your thoughts, your feelings, experiences, and any challenges that you face. I also want you to know that counseling is a collaborative process, which means we will work together to identify any goals or concerns and develop strategies that support your well-being. At the same time, there are some situations where the law and ethical guidelines require me to break confidentiality. In order to protect your safety or the safety of someone else, I always want clients to understand these limits clearly from the beginning and so there are no surprises later. One important exception involves child abuse or neglect. If you tell me that a child is being abused, even if you're not the one abusing or neglecting the child, or if I have any reason to believe that it's happening, I am legally required to make a report to Child Protective Services. This includes situations where someone may be physical with the child, sexually, emotionally, or just failing to provide basic necessities. My responsibility in those situations is to help ensure child safety. Another exception involves abuse or neglect of elderly individuals. If I become aware that an older adult or someone who cannot adequately care for themselves is being abused, I'm required to report that information to an appropriate authority. Confidentiality may also need to be broken if there is a serious concern about safety involving self-harm or suicide. If I think that you are in immediate danger of hurting yourself or ending your life, I may need to take steps to keep you safe. Depending on the situation, that could involve contacting emergency services, reaching out to trusted emergency contacts, recommending hospitalization, or connecting you with crisis resources. My goal is always to keep you safe. The same applies if I believe that you might hurt somebody else, or if you express clear intention or a plan to hurt somebody else. I will be legally required to notify law enforcement or warn the person who may be in danger. Again, these actions are taken only when necessary. I also want you to know that whenever possible, I would try to talk with you before breaking confidentiality so you understand what steps are being taken and why. I believe transparency and trust are very important in counseling relationships. In addition to confidentiality, I encourage you to ask questions at any point in the counseling process. If something is unclear, if you are uncomfortable with anything, or if you would like clarification about your rights, treatment approach, or goals, we can always discuss it together. I want you to feel safe, and I am willing to elaborate on any questions that you may have.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any feedback?
Okay, I think you sounded very professional and confident, and you hit all the necessary points. So that was good. And then for things to improve, I just said leave some time for maybe like Steven to say like he understands in between each point. Just just something small like that. But that's all I had. Good job.
Yeah, that was basically my comment. Just I see. I don't know, like maybe I feel like maybe you could have done with a little less detail. I don't know. Maybe Dr. Moon can enlighten us. But I feel like maybe it was a bit too verbose of an explanation, a little too much information.
Okay.
And yeah, just yeah, creating space for Steven. But mine will probably be worse than yours, so I don't want to go too hard on you. Yeah, I think you're critiquing mine. So
Thank
overall,
you.
epic, great.
Thank you.